Hi, I'm Baas, driver of the 171 car for APR Motorsport in the ST class in Koni Challenge. We're here testing at Daytona prior to the 24 at the end of the month. Today will be our 8th day of testing with APR and these new cars, the new GTIs. The progress has been very good, very smooth, and considering, you know, eight test days ago the cars hadn't turned a wheel and were, you know, challenging for top 5 at this time, I think it's a great accomplishment for APR.
I think that if we can get it so that it's loose, it's definitely going to be a loose as fast coal type of situation. And I think that if we can get the rear end to rotate and get the power down, you'll be able to get that little bit of a tick quicker to power, and that'll be the advantage that we need to maybe negate some of the horsepower and things of that nature. Following the illustrious Randy Pobst, the glib and loquacious Randall Lee Pobst, in fact. If my mother was here, she would say he has diarrhea of the mouth.
Daytona is different in that what I call the straightaways are really long. For most of our sports cars, the bank turns, the NASCAR part of the oval, are straightaways. We just run them flat out. So we get to experience drafting situations that we don't see anywhere else. Multiple cars side by side for a long time heading around those banks. It's given me a lot of respect for the NASCAR drivers. We always joke in road racing that they're just going around in circles, right? But they're racing hard at a very high rate of speed, and we get just a taste of that. So Daytona has the long straightaways. Then in the infield, it's more like where I grew up. The corners are very tight in the infield part of the circuit, and I'm really good at that because I know the secret to a slow corner. Go slow. Are based on 2008 VW GTIs with the 2-liter turbo engine. It's FSI, direct injected. APR Tuning does an amazing job of hopping these cars up for the street. You know, chips, you can do bigger turbos, you can do an exhaust with APR. Not in this series, however. The rules are pretty strictly confined to stock equipment. So what we're racing here is a real live VW GTI. It has a stock transmission, it has a stock engine, and we're so heavily restricted because of the power potential with a turbo, we even have to run the stock mufflers. The car's really quiet, which improves the communication with the crew, let me tell you. But we've made tremendous progress. The job that APR Motorsport has done is incredible on 3 cars that were still street cars just over a month ago. The crew here at APR Tuning has worked their butts off, I mean day after day. Long hours, deep into the night, a lot of Coca-Cola, Red Bull, and pizza, let me tell you. By the way, it's really great to see a bunch of guys come together and work so hard to turn cars into race cars. I really enjoy it, but you know what, they're still based on street cars. So for me, I've had to adjust. I've got to turn my driving style into something that's a little more restrained. You have to treat the car with a little more respect. The shifts take a little bit more time. The brakes take a little bit more time to engage because these are still based on Volkswagen street cars. Yet here we are racing them and going incredibly fast on the high banks at Daytona. 2 years ago I bought a Volkswagen. I have a Jetta TDI. It's a diesel that I converted to run on vegetable oil. I read an article about it, and Volkswagen has the only reasonable diesel street car that's available right now in the United States and has for many years. Gets incredibly good mileage and still makes really good torque, makes good power. My Jetta will get 45 miles per gallon in normal driving. So for me, it's a way, in some small way, to pay back the environment for all the fuel we're using out here racing.
Garage419 is brought to you by Rambo, starring Sylvester Stallone, in theaters January 25th.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the... War is in your blood. Killing's as easy as breathing. Rambo. Rated R. In theaters January 25th.
Hello, my name is Stephen Hooks. I'm with APR Motorsport, and we are here testing at Daytona for the Koni Challenge. APR is an engineering firm that's dedicated to high-performance engineering for Audi, Volkswagen, Seat, and Skoda. APR Motorsport is an offshoot of APR and is dedicated to bringing the VAG line to the track and competing against the best teams and cars in the world. Here we are at Daytona. This is our first day. The cars are brand new race cars. They've just been freshly built. We have 3 of them. What we're looking for today is we're looking for shakedown runs. We're looking for system checks. We're not looking for ultimate speed. We're excited about the day ahead. Obviously, a birth of a race program and birth of a new car is a very exciting time. And we look forward to the performance that we're going to see out of these GTIs. The cars are capable on some tracks, you know, probably over 160 miles an hour. Not your average GTI for sure. Capable of pulling over probably 1.3 to 1.4 Gs in the corners and lateral grip, and probably over G in braking. These cars are very dynamic and very exciting, and certainly a very high performance machine.
My name is Baas, driver of one of these beautiful APR GTIs. The cars just got rolling, you know, on the ground. The progress has been extremely impressive. Cars are awesome. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better first initial test. They're just going to get faster and faster. As far as the cars, handling-wise, very, very well behaved. Daytona is an extremely high-speed track. We're able to really get the car up to its top end. You know, it's a 3.5 mile road course. Well behaved on the banking, the infield section, very fast. Great turbo response. The first initial test is always, you know, a bit scary because, you know, the cars have never turned a wheel. By the second run, where we did 5 straight laps and then 10 straight laps, I mean, I was on the radio saying, you know, I'm thoroughly impressed.
Hi everybody, my name is Randy Pobst and I'm part of the new APR Motorsport racing team. These VW GTIs have a turbo 2-liter engine. We run in a class called the Koni Challenge in the street tuner class. And they're lightweight, they're powerful, there's great competition, the races are on TV, and I mean, it attracts really a very wide variety of audience, especially the automotive enthusiasts. A lot of younger crowd, especially VW GTIs are a younger crowd kind of car. I'm really pleased to be in this series. I'm really pleased to run with APR Tuning. What a great company. I mean, everything they do is absolutely first class. And that's the way this racing effort is, in terms of the preparation and the works that's done to make these cars right. The cars in their very first outing have been reliable, they've been fast, they've been a pleasure to drive, and they're going to be part of a winning package this year in the street tuner class in the Koni Challenge.